So hello folks, Steph G here. This is my second kind of video, trying to be more productive on Instagram and Facebook, but here we go. So I thought I'd show you a wee behind the scenes look at my studio setup. Now studio, I've put in inverted commas there because it's my bedroom, but you get the gist. So software that I'm using is Logic. Loads of different softwares in the market. I know most of the boys are using FL Studio, Ableton, one of these ones. I think most people know by now that I started music production with Trevor Reilly and the Digital Heroes. So the main software Trevor uses is Logic, although he is teaching other bits of software now as well. I think Cubase is on the list too. But if you fancy getting into music production, give Big Trevor a shout. I'll link him in the description here on the thing. So get in contact with him, you can get your lessons. So I'm just using a second screen. So basically using a MacBook Air. Now, the Pros are available, as you know. I find the Air, the battery life on that is about 20 hours. So I charge that up. I can use that for full gigs. I can use it for full production sessions. I just find it phenomenal. So I'm using that for my mixer. I was just mixing down that wee track there. A second output VLC monitor. So it just gives me my timeline a bit bigger there. This is just genius. So I struggle with music theory. So this wee decoder was off the Noisy Clan. So you can actually turn it to the key of your track. It'll tell you the signatures and what keys are compatible. Obviously you've got different wee things within your software like Transposer that will help you with that. But that just gives you a very quick glance at the keys that you can use within the key of your track that you're using. If you're building bass lines or leads or anything like that. So fantastic. I've got a wee Alesis Q25. Obviously I'd prefer a bigger keyboard, but I can't even play keyboard. But that does me one finger at a time. So wee MIDI keyboard, nothing flash or fancy. It's got a pitch bend, a modulation and a volume control on that, but does everything I want. As you can see, I've got the wee beginner stabilizer letters on that so that I knew what I was doing. Sound card I'm using is a Behringer. Now I can't even remember the model number of that. It's a UMC 204 HD. So just really a 2-channel. I don't really need anything fancy with that as well. Just gives me extra kind of gain power on that. We StarTech USB 3 hub. This device is a monstrosity to set up. This was massive in the 90s. This is basically something that produces acid bass lines. This is the Behringer TD-03. Obviously the big one was the Roland TB-303, I think it was. You'll see that Big Trevor was a legend with us. A lot of his tracks had really solid, full, warpy acid bass lines on it, and this tool really does give you a cracking bass line to your tracks. I think I can maybe show you. Give me 2 seconds. So with the TD-03, what we can do is I've actually got a wee channel set up here so you can hear it. So the bass line of my new track I've got here. If I give a bit of volume. So that's just using the bass line for my new track, Ashamed, but going through the TD-303. So what I can actually do with that is change all sorts of options. I've got the cut-off. I'll turn that up so you can hear it a wee bit better. So cut-off. We've got resonance controls. Right wee phasery. You can open the envelope on it as well. Change the decay. You've got accent, and then you've got distortion controls. You've got tone, volume, levels. You can turn the distortion off. You can actually set patterns and write your own stuff with that as well, but obviously, as I said, that's me just going through my Logic setup. Stop that a wee second. You can actually link that to your MIDI keyboard as well, which I believe if I select that I have actually got set up as well, so I can actually play the keys individually on my MIDI keyboard as well. But it's nothing flash or fancy, just a bog standard setup. As I said, MacBook Air is really the tool that I use. I would write most of the stuff just on the MacBook itself without all of this. So if I'm sitting on the couch, you know, away somewhere, sitting in a doctor's surgery, I can do all that without actually having the rest of it there. They're all just If I was making a bass line, I would want to use the keyboard. If I'm going to an acid theme to it, then again I would use the TD3 there. But the laptop's really all you need. Logic's got so many plugins to it. I use things like Serum. I've got Silenth 1. There's other wee things like BS Master Desk, LFO Tool, OTT. They're actually free. Some of the best stuff you get actually built into Logic, or you get them free. But I can send you a wee list of some of the stuff that I use if anybody's even interested or anybody even listens to this. But I'll draw it to a close now. I've been talking for over 5 minutes, but that's my production setup. I hope you have a good Tuesday.